Today is a good day. We are officially 7 weeks deep, like literally to the dot. 7 weeks deep into this shoot prep. And this morning I woke up with a new low weigh-in. Once again, surprise. Seems to be happening quite a lot recently. 80 kilos. I started this shoot prep at 88.2 kilos, which means I've officially lost 8.2 kilos in 7 weeks. It's not fucking bad, is it that? Some mornings you wake up and you feel light. Like, I'll wake up feeling light, and before I've even stepped on the scales, I think, yeah, it's a new low weigh-in coming here. And I actually felt quite heavy this morning. I don't know whether it was because I had my final meal last night quite late, later than I usually would, like 9:15. Stepped on the scales, saw 80 on the dot. I was like, nah, surely that's wrong. Because I was literally 81.4 kilos yesterday. I was like, surely I haven't dropped 1.4 kilos in a whole day. Because yesterday was literally a training day as well. So my calories were like 2,700 yesterday. It was, in fact, 80 kilos. Stepped on and off 3 times. So, messaged Josh, sent my check-in pictures across, and yeah, let's just say we're slightly ahead of schedule a little bit, which means more of these bad boys, basically. So today's a refeed day. I always say to my clients when it comes to refeed days, like, don't get too excited, basically, because I remember when I got given my first ever refeed day, and for those of you who watched my shoot prep in 2023, you'll probably remember it. I got very overwhelmed, basically. And it's easy to do so because obviously all this food that you've had to say no for however many weeks, and the hunger and the cravings start creeping up, especially now. Like I think I've said in a couple of weeks ago, you know, I wasn't even that hungry. The hunger and cravings have definitely started to kick in. Less so the cravings, more so just hunger. Going to bed hungry, waking up hungry, eating a meal, you're still hungry. It's just part of it. You learn to accept it and get on with it. It's like it's part of dieting. No one ever got shredded without being hungry. But yeah, it's very easy to walk around the shop and go, I could fit this into my calories. I could fit that into my calories. I could fit that into my calories. But you have to just, because even now, I was in the shop and I was kind of looking around going, what the fuck do I get? I was already having 160 grams of Choco Shreddies and 3 Squares bars pre-workout anyway. So I was like, what the fuck am I going to add on top? So I said to Josh, I was like, shall I get some sweets? And he was like, yeah, go for it, get some sweets. Don't have too many because they can irritate your gut a little bit. But I got these bad boys. I just remember having these as a kid. Cherry flavour, frit. I don't know whether it's on holiday or whether my nan used to give them me potentially when she would look after me. I'm not too sure. I just remember these from my childhood. And then I was driving back it's unbelievable scenes, honestly. Driving back, sun is shining, listening to some Travis Scott, this one. I can't get no rest. We in the house. So yeah, I was listening to that on the way back, eating my sweets with my cereal in the passenger seat, ready to go home. Oh mate, it was... You've never seen a man so excited about some carbohydrates, let me tell you that. So I've already planned out my day. That's something I would always advise when it comes to refeed days, is don't just freestyle it. I shall end up just not hitting your calories and macros. So I've planned it out. My pre-workout and intra-workout carbs come to 302 grams of carbs, 27 grams of fat and 62 protein. So 1,700 calories in my pre-workout meal. So I'm going to have to leave a little bit more time, obviously, between eating that and actually going to train. I would usually train about an hour and a half to 2 hours after, whereas I'm going to leave it a little bit later. Josh even said to me, he was like, I wouldn't be surprised if this still keeps you in a deficit based on the rate of loss, because I've been losing like 1.2 kilos a week. And I put a video on my story on Instagram yesterday saying that like it still feels pretty easy. I've still done no cardio, not 1 minute of cardio yet since I started shoot prep. I was doing cardio in my gaining phase and we took it out at the start of the cut. So we took it out, done no minutes of cardio. This week I've probably averaged about 12k steps just because it's been sunnier. And so like, for example, last night I was like, right, I'll go finish off my steps. Went for a longer walk than I usually would, just took a different route. And then I've looked down at my phone and gone, oh shit, I've already hit me 11k steps. I better walk back now. So by the time I got back, I was on 12.5. So I've averaged 12k for the week. No cardio, 2,000 calories on a rest day, 2,700 on a training day. Progressed every fucking lift. Well, I haven't progressed, I'm lying there. I've progressed a couple, but maintained. I don't think I've lost anything. No, I haven't. I've not lost strength on a single exercise or no, I haven't dropped load or anything on a single exercise yet. And that just shows when you train and you don't just throw weight around and use momentum because you're heavier, because at the end of the day, weight moves weight. But if you actually control that weight and you keep the tension where it's meant to, you won't lose anywhere near as much strength in a deficit because it's your actual muscles doing the work. And if you ain't losing muscle, guess what? You can still move the same fucking load. So yeah, I'm going to dig in. I'm going to dig into my sweets. I'm going to have 120 grams of cocoa snaps. I'm going to have 4 squares bars. I'm going to finish the rest of my sweets off. Wait 2.5 hours. And then we're going to go and get a sickening leg pump. Oh, would you look at the scenes? 120 grams of Cocoa Pops, 4 squares bars, frit, and then of course the protein shake goes on the Cocoa Pops. Oh my God, what an unbelievable day. Unbelievable scenes, not a single cloud in the sky. And it looks like it's going to be like this all week as well from the weather forecast. And guess what? It's officially a week until I move to Manchester. Back to Manchester for the 3rd time in my life. Manchester's literally like my second home. Lived there when I was in uni. Lived there in 2024 and I'm going to be living there again. I will give you obviously a tour of the gaff when I move in next week. However, I'm currently doing a couple of thousand steps, 3-4k steps, and then I'll go back, drink my pre-workout, and then we'll go to the gym. Do you know what I've realised as well? This is the first time, I think, ever that I've dieted around like March, April time. Usually, I don't start dieting until, I don't usually start until now, like April, May, June, July. And I much prefer it because the weather is so much more mild. Like, it's not red hot. It's just nice, cool, sunny. And also I'm not dying from hay fever because honestly, my hay fever in summer is disgustingly bad, like genuinely really, really bad. There's someone running down here, I think, which I'm not looking forward to kicking in, to be honest. So I need to start taking my antihistamines ASAP because I'm going to be dying very, very soon. I'm at the gym, about to go in. I've currently got in here 45 grams of carb drive, so that's Conte's cyclic dextrin, with 16 grams of, what flavour did I go for today? Strawberry kiwi, EAAs. Honestly, the reason I've got these EAAs in here is literally just to flavour the cyclic dextrin, I can't lie. I've got like 4 tubs of EAAs that Conte have sent me, which I'm very grateful for. But some of my clients will say, oh, do I need to use EAAs? Honestly, if I wasn't sponsored, would I use EAAs? No, I wouldn't. So I'm about to go in and train. I'm feeling great. I'm actually feeling unbelievable. The drive on the way to the gym here just was... Where are my sunglasses gone? Sunglasses on. Bit of Kanye, bit of Travis Scott on. Honestly, you can't top it. And I don't know what it is about whenever I get shredded. It just puts me in a different fucking mind state, I swear. It just hypes me up. I think it's the small wins that you get, the dopamine hits. It just instills a new level of confidence in you. I swear to God. Like, if you ever need confidence, just get shredded, I swear. Because it's not just about the way you look. It's not just the physique. In fact, the physique is probably a bonus. It's the... Do you know what it is? It's actually just sticking to your word and following through on that and doing something that you said you were going to do. Like, I would like to... Well, I have strong opinions. You probably all know that. I have quite strong opinions. If I have something to say about something, I'll say it. And I'm not afraid to give my opinion on something. But one thing which I will always do is back my shit up. Like, I will not... I think too many people, their own words don't hold enough weight to themselves. They'll just say things. And when you say you're going to do something, you should fucking do it. I never say I'm going to do something unless I intend to actually do it. Like, my bodybuilding prep in 2023, I said I was going to get absolutely fucking peeled. I did. Nearly got first, come second, which still annoys me to this day because how much better does first place in my first ever bodybuilding show sound than second? So annoying. Why did that random German geezer who was like 5 years older than me have to turn up? That's my excuse. That's my excuse. But yeah, on the way here, it just got me thinking. Like, I don't think enough people hold themselves to high enough standards. And I think when you get shredded or when you get into the best shape of your life, it just levels up your own standards. Like, you have to, because it doesn't matter how you feel when you wake up in the morning. If you feel tired, if you feel hungry, if you feel like shit, it doesn't matter. You've got to go and do what you know needs to be done. You've got to hit your steps that day. You've got to stick to your calories. And it forces you to level up, like, in all areas. And it's here. Like, I'm not just saying it. I genuinely mean it. Getting in the best shape of your fucking life is less about this and is more about this. This is honestly a bonus. Like, I've got to the point now with my physique where genuinely, if I couldn't care less. Like, I'm happy to stay looking like this for the rest of my life. The only reason I go through gaining phases and dieting phases is purely just out of the fact that I love making progress. Like, it's so satisfying seeing the progress. Like, going through this diet now and seeing that I can cut on higher calories. I haven't got to do any cardio. I've got more muscle in the areas which I wanted to build. Like, that to me is the progress. That's the bit that satisfies me. It's not from an egotistical standpoint of, oh, look at me, I look sick. It is good. Like, taking your top off in the mirror in the changing rooms afterwards and looking at your pump is good. But the peak amount that I got from that was years back. Was like 3-4 years back, when I would look in the mirror and go, yeah, sick. I'm saying this, I'll probably on shoot day look in the mirror and go, fuck, that looks sick. But for now, like, I just love the process. And I genuinely think when you get into the best shape of your life and you do it properly, you do it the right way, you will fall in love with the process. Like, you get your own little routine, you get your own wins every day, and when you just do what you said you were going to do, it just instills, that's what you get from it, is the confidence. That's where the confidence comes from. The confidence doesn't come necessarily from the way you look, it actually comes from just proving to yourself that you can follow through on your word. Because like I said, too many people just throw words around and they're meaningless. If you don't trust yourself, you say something and you know deep in the back of your mind that actually those words don't hold any weight, and you say you're going to do something, you never follow through. If you can't even trust yourself, how the fuck do you expect anyone else to trust you? I say this to the lads who I coach, who are also coaches, is that you have to hold yourself to a different standard than I will hold, you have to hold yourself to a higher standard than you hold even any of your clients. Like, I've said to all my clients, I'm going to be more shredded than all of you at this photo shoot, because that's my job. Like, if you look at, for example, George Heaton, right, who runs Represent, he holds himself to a higher standard than any of his staff. He will work longer, he will work harder, he will put more effort in, he will put more time in, he will get up at stupid o'clock in the morning, he'll go for runs. Like, he leads by example. And I think too many lads think that becoming a coach and becoming an online coach and building a business online is just like really easy, and you haven't got to work at it, and it doesn't take years, and you don't have to spend years like genuinely like mastering your fucking craft and doing that to the highest level before you expect any, like, there's so much entitlement in online coaches who think they should be able to have 40-50 clients when they can't even stick to a fucking diet for longer than 2 weeks. Like, honestly, this has gone off on a tangent, and I actually don't care if this video gets terrible views, which it probably will because it's turned into a podcast episode. But I've been saying I wanted to do a podcast for a while, so here's your podcast, guys. Anyway, I'm gonna go in the gym now and shut up waffling because I've waffled for way too long. But hopefully you enjoyed my motivational speech.
I need fake niggas to get way back. James Hard with the range on me, nigga, way back. Homie stars switching lanes, I thought we went way back. I can't get no rest. We in the house. I fall asleep with a tech. Stashing all the pills on my desk.
Post-workout meal, usual, hasn't changed. Honestly, if I could keep this meal in during a gaining phase, I would. This and oats, to be honest. But when my calories get above, I'd say above 3, 2, I just can't digest them. I just can't stomach that much volume. Because honestly, this meal, I'd say this is probably the most filling meal I've got out of all of them. Genuinely, like the potatoes, keep you full for like 3 or 4 hours easily. So had a really good session. Couple PBs, hack squat felt unbelievable, by the way. Like, I was really focusing on, well, I do this in every set, but there's some days where shit just clicks. Like, my foot pressure, oh mate, when I was pressing back through the platform, I felt like my foot was glued to the platform. And the amount of tension that you can put through your quads when you actually think about your foot pressure, unbelievable. So good. The pump was sickening. Anyway, I'm going to crack on, eat this, and then I've got a new client to set up, finish off some steps. I've also got a couple of posts to make for Eliminate, all that sort of shit emails, finish off. I've actually got to post a YouTube video, the one that I filmed the other day. So there's a lot of stuff going on, but the extra carbs are fueling the brain power today. And then you'll see what I'm having for my tea, because I am looking forward to it, I can tell you that. Some of you might recognise it if you've watched any of my full days of eating during the gaining phase. So, as you can probably tell, fellas, it is in fact the following day. Feeling much better after that refeed. Refeed combined with some beautiful UK weather. There's not a single cloud in the sky for once. It's usually grey 24/7. The difference it makes to your mood. And carbs as well. 500 gram of carbs will do that for you too. I ended up having the usual staple bulking meal. Chicken and chorizo rice. And then my final meal to finish off my calories. It's usually Greek yogurt with dark chocolate and blueberries, and that's it. But I had a squares bar with it as well this time around. So my macros, calories and macros for the day. Let me just read them out to you. We finished the day on 3,291 calories, 462 gram of carbs, 68 fat, and 202 grams of protein. Now, if I was to do like what I would call like a proper refeed, that wasn't really a refeed. That was more of a high day. Like a proper refeed, I would do 2 consecutive days at least, and I would also pull down my protein to allow for even more carbs. And to be honest, that fat intake ended up going a little bit higher than I would have liked it to, probably from the chicken and chorizo rice, but it's 8 grams of fat, mate. I'm not going to cry about it. So yeah, it did its job. It served its purpose. It allowed me to switch up some of my meals, enjoy some more food, get a really good session in, and energy is feeling much better. So sometimes that's all you need. Like when it comes to fat loss, particularly aggressive fat loss, and particularly at the end of a fat loss phase as well. The way I always think of glycogen stores is like a fuel tank, right? And obviously at the start of the deficit, your fuel tank is nice and full. You've got plenty of glycogen, you've got plenty of energy. And then the longer and longer and longer that you were in that deficit for, granted you're actually in a deficit, because some people will ask for a refeed or tell themselves they need a refeed because they feel a little bit hungry, or because they have one day where their energy's a little bit lower, but they had a shit night's sleep and they're stressed to fuck. So knowing how and when to implement a refeed, that's the tough part, and that just comes with experience. I know my body very, very well, and I know the difference between when I'm just hungry versus when I feel fucked and I need a refeed, and that's why we ran it on Monday. You know, I've pushed for 7 weeks up until this point and pulled off 8.2 kilos, and I'm also pretty fucking lean as well. Like, that's the other thing, is the leaner and leaner and leaner you get, the more frequent you're going to need things like refeeds, just to keep you going, basically, so that you can, because if you think of it this way, body fat is an energy source. People forget that. Body fat is an energy source, which is why people with lots of body fat on them can diet for a long period of time without really needing a refeed. But then the leaner you get, you need those carbs. Like, they're not just a luxury. I didn't do that on Monday because I fancied a bit more food. It was essential. Like, I needed to do it to retain my training performance so that I can hold on to as much muscle as possible for this photo shoot, which is still 6 weeks away. So that's why you would use a refeed. Like I say, they are very, very useful. I had a client I had a client who I ran a refeed with at the weekend, like a proper refeed, like I spoke about just, where I pulled his protein down a touch, increased his carbs even further. And at the moment, we're getting him shredded, but he's also tapering up his training volume with his running, because he's doing a marathon the end of May. And he said to me, mate, the fucking difference it made to his training in the gym, his running performance. I'm not a marathon coach, by the way, for anyone who's thinking that. I'm not. It's just that at the moment, endurance, high rocks, marathons, half marathons, 10Ks, 5Ks are just very popular, and a lot of my clients do them. But I don't handle that sort of thing. I handle their nutrition, I handle their gym training around that. So don't come to me if you want a fucking half marathon or marathon plan, because I ain't going to be able to provide one for you. I don't run. But yeah, refeeds are key. They're essential. Really, really important for retaining muscle and getting your absolute best physique, which is what you want. You don't want to look like a twig at the end of your diet. So it's important you use refeeds at the right time, but you don't just use them when you're hungry. So that is all for this video, fellas. If you did enjoy it, as always, make sure to subscribe. Drop a like for me. It helps. You're helping me out, so please do it. Any questions, drop them down below in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.